Hi, this is Mike Regan with TranzAct's 2-Minute Warning for the week of February 24th. In this week's 2-Minute Warning, as we take a look at what's going on in the ocean markets and the truckload, LTL, and parcel sectors, I have an important question. Are you prepared to think the unthinkable? Next week, I'll be headed to the Journal of Commerce's TPM event in Long Beach, one of my favorite conferences because it gets people from around the world to think about how we move stuff from point A to point B. Thousands of executives will be there. And if you're there at TPM and would like to get together, I'd love to see you. Simply send me a note, give me a call. Let's arrange time where we can discuss what's going on in the supply chain world. Now, with respect to the Thinking the Unthinkable on Tuesday afternoon, that'll be a topic of discussion at a presentation I'll be giving with my friend Bill Cassidy and Pearce. The reason this is so important is because it underscores a couple of critical points that challenge you and your company. For example, one of the things we've highlighted is why companies need to be using scenario planning techniques to protect their supply chains, continually asking the what-if questions. For example, back in 2021, 22, no one thought container rates could ever go from 2 to 3,000 to 25 to 30,000, but the unthinkable actually occurred. Now that brings us to the second point. If things do happen, things like, the changes that are occurring in the LTL industry, the changes at UPS, FedEx, or what happens in the ocean markets, how will that impact my company? That's a question that ought to be first and foremost going on. Do I understand how it will impact my ability to get goods, sell goods, and what will the overall cost, how will it affect my bottom line? And that leads us to the third question. It's not just understanding, how it'll affect my company, but it's important to understand the options that I have, the alternatives that I can consider. One of the things that we've learned from our interviews with people like David Simchi-Levy, you can see that over at TranzAct.com, is that a lot of companies still have supply chains that are seriously exposed because they don't truly understand the types of things that could put them out of business. They also have not arranged alternatives or considered suppliers that could step in to fill the gap in case something happened. Now that's why a lot of companies have been talking to us about our strategic rapid assessment. It is a dynamite tool. And when we couple that with things like our LTL assessment tool, it helps companies understand the kind of things they need to be doing if they're serious about protecting their supply chains and transportation and logistics area. You don't want to let your competitors beat you out because they were doing things that you could have or should have been doing. And that's why we need to be thinking about the unthinkables to protect our supply chain and logistics area. Now, if you're interested in learning more about the rapid assessment or LTL, just send me an email, give us a call. And if you're out at TPM, once again, let's get together. Love to personally meet you and have a brief chat with you about what's going on in your supply chain world. Because here at TranzAct, we want to remind you, we're on your team, we're here to help, and we're passionate about seeing you be successful. Thanks for your time.